A level 60 fully booked Sil of the Drakes. And just look at these stats, man. Oi, 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 oi. From the world's slowest Cleopteryx at a +8 speed to an extremely low accuracy full Slayer set Royal Guard. We got a lot of rebuilding to do on this account, man. A hell of a lot of rebuilding to do, because as stacked as this account is, look at all of the 60s, it's all juicy as hell. In the dungeons, Ice Golem, stuck on stage 14, Dragon's Lair, we still haven't started farming stage 20 just yet. Fire Knight's Castle, we're up to stage 19, with nearly a 10-minute clear speed. What team are we using for this? What the hell is this absolute little piece of vermin doing in our Fire Knight team, man? Yeah, I think first things first, more than anything, we just gotta build out some dungeon teams, man, based on this roster, and then we'll go from there. We got a lot of rebuilding to do, man. And right now is the most unbelievable time there has ever been in Raid to create a new account. Seriously, just get it done right now using my beginner promo link, which is down below at the top of the video description box. You're gonna be starting off with a free legendary champ with Elnaril, as well as 3 additional epic champions as you level up your account. All you gotta do is sign out of Plarium Play and click on the beginner link, which is down below at the top of the description box. Doing so will take you to this web page right here. Use this page to create your new Raid account. Elnaril will be waiting for you in your inbox as soon as you're done with the in-game tutorial. Then input the beginner promo code Supreme6 to start off with Supreme Garlic on day 1 as well of your new account. These are limited time promo links and codes. They're only going to be active for the next like 3 or 4 weeks, right? For the month of March 2025. So just get them used while you can. Okay, man, let's rebuild some champions that are going to be absolutely integral to us progressing in the dungeons and farming some higher stages on this account. Also doing more damage into clan boss as well, which is why we're going to start off with Ninja, who is halfway towards being fully booked. Okay, we should definitely finish booking out the Ninja as a priority. This is a great champion. He's amazing basically everywhere in the game. And so, yeah, it's a no-brainer to get this guy booked out. Now, as for his build, it's okay. It's not too bad. He's a little bit on the slow side, and he's a little bit over crit rate cap as well. Actually, quite a lot bit over crit rate cap. Let's see if we can fix that up. And in fact, it might just be as easy as this. I'm just going to go ahead and change the shield over onto the Ninja here. We just double rolled into double speed rolls on this pinpoint shield. I think I'm fine with that. His speed goes up to like about 190. He's a tiny bit under crit cap now by like 4% or something, but it's not the biggest deal in the world on Ninja for him to just be a little bit short or a tiny bit over. Doesn't matter that much. He's a hell of a lot faster. He's just over 200 accuracy, which 200 accuracy is what you need to be farming stage 20 dungeons and reliably landing your debuffs, and so I'm pretty happy just to leave the Ninja there. Another champ whose build I will not be adjusting, but I think is going to be crucial to this account's future, is going to be the Physics the Unbowed, who I would fully book after the Ninja, right? All the legendary books into the Ninja first. He's an absolute god, fine. But after the Ninja, the Physics has got to be booked, right? She hasn't seen a single skill book just yet. She's running Life Harvest as a blessing. Can I change that to Cruelty real quick? It's not going to cost me, right? It's not. Okay. Let's definitely change her over onto Cruelty. Decreasing enemy defense is going to be a lot better for the Physics. But as for the Physics' build, I'm fine to leave her where she is. She's just shy of 200 accuracy. Her speed is pretty good. Her defensive stats could be a little bit better, but hey man, I think I'm going to leave well enough alone with the Physics. She can do her job with this build. And so now it's time to get to the big one. After another slurp of coffee, man. So Sil of the Drakes is a defense champion who brings all kinds of healing on her passive. Heal all allies by 10% of the max HP at the start of each turn, and buffs a random ally with an increased speed as well. And so you kind of want your Sil to be fast as hell so that she's getting off this passive as much as possible. That's a great start for your Sil of the Drakes build. She also, of course, needs accuracy as well to be landing her stun. I love that she's fully booked out, man. It's been so long since I've worked with a fully booked Sil of the Drakes. And she also has to be survivable as well. Obviously, she's a defense-based champ, so it's kind of obvious you want to stack defense on her anyway. But she does bring a revive, and so yeah, you want her to live. Needless to say. Now, our Sil of the Drakes is not even. She's like what 225 speed? Sorry, 125 speed, 49 accuracy. She can land her stuns all right against like stage 6 dungeons or something, you know. Yeah, we've got a lot to fix with this Sil build. The new build is going to look as follows. We've taken all of this gear off of that random legendary champ who's just really doing nothing for us at all on the account. I've forgotten his name already. Blackened something, whatever his name is, you know. But yeah, her accuracy is looking a hell of a lot better. 200 accuracy, 200 speed, good stuff. Her defense stats take a little bit of a hit, but It's fine. She's going to be just fine. You know, her health is still very, very healthy as well. And we've still got a bunch of gear that we can actually roll up here on the sill as well if we are struggling to keep her alive. Oh, and even the boots can be even faster as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get this equipped up. There's no free gear removal token on this account, by the way, but I have been given permission to just take a hacksaw to these builds and just do whatever the hell we got to do and spend what we got to do to get us some progress. So the sill remade. Next up, we've got the Haikatoon, who's basically naked and who I actually saved a gear set for a little bit earlier on while I was just kind of knobbing about on the account a little bit. And similarly, she's going to be about 200 speed, 200 accuracy. The concern with the Katoon is that she's sitting at level 50 still. Just isn't the greatest, and she's not booked either, so she's going to bring a limited amount to the table, but I do recommend that we at least try and get the A2 booked. If you're very, very lucky, you can get away with just spending one skill book into the Haikatoon, and frankly, we don't have any really better increased speed options. We could consider booking the Morrigan, but realistically on this account, like, we need to book the Ninja first, and then the physics. In my opinion, the Morrigan's quite low down the chain, and so I don't want us to be waiting around to get the Morrigan booked. Let's just get the Haikatoon booked, hopefully in a relatively short order here. Next up, another champion that we do have fully booked is the Rathalos. Dude, this guy's ready to rock and roll. Hang on, Lightning Cage? I'm not sure why we want to build the Rathalos out to specialize in future. Maybe Soul Reap would be a good option to be a little bit better here. If not, just straight up Heaven's Cast could also be something that we switch into, but I'll leave that for Mr. Easy Kill to decide on his account. The Rathalos build, a little bit of a crit cap. Crit damage is sitting at like just under 200%. I think that we could do better. He's still using crit rate gauntlets, and this is a big, big step when you're moving from like the super early game into just the early game, or even just the beginning of the mid game in raid. You gotta start switching your nukas out of these crit rate gauntlets, get them in crit damage gauntlets, and find the crit rate stats in the substats of your other gear. That's how you're gonna really take your builds to the next level. Maximize the crit damage, which is the most important stat on your nukas. Also, our Rathalos is so slow that he's not actually a Rathalos. He's just like a wax statue of a Rathalos that sometimes will move every now and again if you look away for a second, you know, like a haunted museum or something. That's how slow this Rathalos is. Let's fix him up. Okay. I think that this is what we're gonna go ahead and, settle on. Okay, man. For some odd reason, our Cleoptrix has an attack percent chest with triple crit rate roll and some speed action going as well. So we're gonna go ahead and just yoink that off of the Cleoptrix because, frankly, this is another tip as well for when you're sort of progressing from the super early game into just early mid game and stuff like that. Start really prioritizing all of your best gear on your fully booked and most impactful champions. Okay, I can't stress that enough, man. Cleoptrix is not booked. This champion does not need a chestplate of this quality. This chestplate deserves to be on a champion like Rathalos, fully booked, big AoE nuka who just needs stats like this. And so this is how the final build is going to look. Now, you will notice that the boots are still sitting at 29 speed, only rank 12. They can be rolled up. The gauntlets can also be rolled up for even more crit damage, and the weapon can be rolled up for even more attack. And so when all's said and done, we'll have about the same attack as we did before, once the weapon is ranked up. We'll end up with a lot more speed, and even more when the boots are fully rolled up. Crit rate is just looking succulent at 99%, and the crit damage, once the gauntlets are rolled up, we look at about a 20% gain there as well. So basically, gaining a little bit of damage and gaining a gargantuan amount of speed compared to 117. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and slam the Rathalos in this gear right now. Oh, dude, look at him, man. He's crying. You can't see it right now, but he's crying tears of joy inside of that helmet. All right, man. To go, and then Royal Guard also need rebuilding, but I'm going to go ahead and rebuild the Ruella first, and I'll just skip over the rest, and we can get to see how far we can progress in dungeons with these champions. Don't want you guys to just be staring at rebuilds all day, but Ruella's another one of those sort of special cases where even though she's an attack-based champ, she's mostly about 10 meter steal with a triple hit at A1 and then placing all of her debuffs from her A2. So even though she's attack-based, she requires 100% crit rate in order to steal 10 meter with her A1. And so you end up building out champs like Ruella who need that 100% crit rate in crit damage gauntlets. You know, they're one of those exceptions to the rule. So again, I do also have a build mapped out for the Ruella already, so we're going to go ahead and just slam this on. We're pulling some gear off of, I don't know why, Ender Moonbeam has these goddamn crit rate feral gauntlets here. Goddamn Bakage fusion champion, you know. Won't be holding on to that one forever, but the Ruella's going to be sitting at a pretty tidy amount of speed, 188, quite good. Accuracy up to just about 200, and so also pretty solid there as well. And by the way, the reason that I'm trying to make the Ruella build work for Progression Finite on this account, and I'm not including the Allure in the team as like an auto include, is because the Allure, or rather, if we have the Allure on the team, we don't have any champion that's placing decreased speed, man. Allure's incredible for 10 meter control, and we still might fit her into the team some other way that I haven't thought of yet. But the reason for me why Ruella's so good is because not only she's stealing 10 meter, but she places that decreased speed debuff as well on her A2, and so great stuff. She'll be my go-to option for progressing in Finite just now. We'll see what we can do with the Allure right after I've rebuilt a couple more champs. Oh my god. Can I just say, by the way, if you're ever not sure as a newer player in Raid what to do with the champion's masteries, search the champion's name on hellhades.com and just check the mastery builds that are sort of pre-made for you on that website. It's going to give you a good starting point, because this, for the Royal Guard, is not it, dude. Oh my god, what have we done here, dude? The defense tree? Okay, so we're spilling all kinds of points into the defense tree. Royal Guard needs accuracy, man, you know what I'm saying? But this is the craziest thing of all, dude. Giant Slayer? Bro, you only ever put Giant Slayer on champions that have basically a triple hitter or a quadruple hitter A1, then you can sort of justify it on some champs, but even then, those are like, there's exceptions to that rule. That is not the last mastery that you want to be going for a Royal Guard, to put it lightly. Dude, we didn't even go for the 5% crit rate. No wonder I was struggling to hit 100% crit on him right now. I only could get him to like 90% crit. This is going to help. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Oh, it's 150. Dude, we got to do it. We've been given leave to spend resources on this account, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and rebuild the Royal Guard real quick. Okay, so I'm settling with just a pretty standard PvE build for the Royal Guard. In this case, nothing particularly insane, but I do want to make sure that we go deep enough into the support tree to pick up the you know, debuff extension durations and the sniper mastery and stuff like that, because yeah, we're going to be using him for general dungeon progression. I think that those are actually quite important to pick up. Okay, either way, whatever, man, it's a lot better than what it was. Let's see if we can progress now in some dungeons with these rebuild teams. All right, Spider's Den it is. We've never cleared stage 15 before. Stage 16 is a great stage to farm. Let's see if we can just get to 16. Spider's Den is really tough to progress in, and so let's just see if we can do this, man. I'm gonna go ahead, throw this team in there. I set up the team AI just a little bit earlier on. Let's see how we do, man. Now, again, we've got like a couple of level 50 champions in here. I'm very much relying on the Rathalos one-shotting this big first wave of spiders. The 10 meter decrease comes in massive from the physics already, and now here comes the decreased speed, which was already up, to be fair, from a lucky hit from the sill, but that's okay. Now it's just a matter of, do we have enough to keep the boss's 10 meter under control? It looks like so far it's going pretty good. Stuns come out from the Haikatoon. Looks like the 10 meter control is working pretty good, to be honest. It just depends now, can we control the spiderlings for long enough to get the job done here against the boss. Also, the advantage of having the Sill of the Drakes in the team is that if we can kill the boss quite quickly enough, it doesn't really matter, oh god, if somebody dies, unless it's the Sill of the Drakes herself, because she can go ahead and revive them up. God damn it, man, they're targeting the Sill. Well, they are strong affinity, so it's not that much of a surprise, really. Well, Rathalos is doing a pretty good job, man, at just wiping the spiderlings. The Sill is about holding on for now. Of course, in the next stage as well, stage 16, I believe the spiderlings will be attacking either the Ruella or the Haikatoon, because the affinity is going to change to magic affinity, so we'll see how we do. Let's see if we can get through this one first, though. Big hit from the Ratha. Sweet. Looks like we're actually going to do this. Not too difficult either, especially given that the Haikatoon is not booked, the Vizix is not booked, and the Ruella is also not booked as well, so cool. Stage 15 down for the first time ever on this account, onwards to stage 16, well, in just a second. There we go, thank you Vizix, that could have been awkward. Ooh. So stage 16 is actually Spirit Affinity, meaning that the Rathalos is going to be the one taking the heat, right? The Rathalos is actually going to be negative affinity here. Let's see if we have it in the tank. The Rathalos might struggle at killing off all of the spiderlings into Spirit Affinity because he's going to be weak hitting quite a bit. What does he do? Okay. Yeah, he doesn't like kill off any of the spiderlings, which is fine as long as the sail comes in now and stuns up some of the spiderlings before they get him dead. Which she does, good stuff, also kills a lot of them too. And of course, the Sill of the Drakes can also revive if the Rathalos does go down. So we have a little bit of a safety pad here. Let's see if we've got enough in the tank to do this though. Bloody hell. We might just be about pulling this off, but it ain't exactly pretty. It's not exactly reliable looking. Rathalos going down to Chinatown more often than we'd like, failing to kill off the waves of spiders. We're going to get there in the end, but it's like a 5-minute kill time. Skill books on these champions would make this run 10,000 times more reliable, because honestly this could have failed. But given that we're working with a bunch of level 50 champions here who are unbooked, and even the physics' A1 isn't booked either, yeah, 2 stages of Spider, we're up to stage 16, I'd colour that as success. Now for Dragon's Lair, stage 20 is an amazing stage to be getting to for Dragon's Lair, so let's see if we can crack that with the new team that we're going to go ahead and key on in, and this is what that team's going to look like. And I have tinkered with this team AI just a little bit to try and make it so that most of their big boss killer skills, like the Royal Guard's takedown deals damage based on enemy max HP, and the Ninja's Hailburn skill, we're gonna attempt to have those ready to use when we go into round 3 against the boss, because getting the dragon dead nice and quickly is of course going to be key. We're also running Takeover in this team as well, because we are going to be needing an increased speed champion, so let's do it. Now, I did disable the Takeover from using his increased speed against the first wave of enemies. Let's see if we can get away with doing that. The answer looks to be no. We just don't have the damage to punch our way through these waves quickly enough. This is a very, very unclean first wave. I'm going to go ahead and rejig the team AI just a sec. Okay, so now I'm allowing the Ninja to use his freeze against the first wave. We've opened up that skill, and we're also allowing the Takeover to boost with increased speed as well against this first wave, right? So now we should make our way through this much, much, much more comfortably than before, at least when the Ninja's freeze comes in especially. It just buys us a lot of time here. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Much, much better. No deaths. Again, the Ninja and the Takeover are not booked, and so that's going to hold them back a little bit as well. Let's see how we do against wave number 2. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Nice and smooth, man. I mean, not very fast kill time on the waves, of course, but what matters is that we have our key skills, like the big HP burn from the Ninja, and bam, the big hard-hitting takedown from the Royal Guard, ready to rock and roll against the Dragon, so we can get this thing dead fast. And so, yeah, I'm pretty sure that we got enough in the tank to get this one done. Stage 20 Dragon, getting this cleared and farmable for tournaments. Big, big deal for the account, so I'm very, very happy about this. Oh god, do we actually have enough damage here to crack its purple health bar before it gets its attack off? Oh my god, we were just short. Okay, that's really kind of rough, man. I think maybe the HP burn saved us right at the end there from taking the stun, but ooh, again, a booked Ninja with 100% land rate on his HP burn skill, gonna make a big, big difference there too. And would you look at that? That's more of just a clear speed thing. 2.5 minutes, stage 20 clear. Totally fine for our first ever clear, to be honest. Dragon's Lair conquered. Very, very happy with that team as well. Ice Golem, by the way, I'm just not going to touch on, because frankly, without a good decreased attack champion, like the Hitatsu who's sitting at level 40, it's going to be very, very tough to make meaningful progress into Ice Golem's peak. Now for Fire Knight. Now, again, controversially, I'm going to go ahead and ditch the Allure for this team, and we're going to go ahead and throw this team into the mix instead. It's basically the Spider's Den team, but with Royal Guard instead of... oh, actually, I haven't set up this team's AI just yet. Okay, so the trick with Fire Knight is that when you go up against the boss is going to have 10 shield stacks, so you need to attack in right away with enough attacks to bust through those shield stacks, then either decrease 10 meter right at the end, or decrease speed debuff right at the end. And so it's just a matter of looking at what skills you need your champs to open up with against the Fire Knight and making sure that those skills are ready. So we're going to have the Physics do nothing but spam her A1 for the entire fight. She's also very, very fast, so she's going to attack in quite quickly. Haikatoon needs to open up with her Rally the Horde to give us all increased speed buff as well. Sill of the Drakes can open up with her double hitter chance to stun, right? The only reason she's opening with this is because it's a double hitter to crack down those shield stacks. The Royal Guard, I just went in and just give him an extra bit of speed so that he's just a little bit faster than the Ruella on this team, because we want the Ruella to attack in last. So Royal Guard's going to hit in with his quadruple hitter, plunk down all those shield stacks, and the Ruella's going to finish the shield off with her A2 No Respite, which is going to get that decreased speed debuff active. That's the plan anyway. Let's see how this one does, man. So the advantage of having Physics on this team as well is not only does she have a 10 meter steal and a double hitter on her A1, which is great against the boss, but she's also going to allow us to place decreased speed against all enemies as well. And then she can go in and land the provoke, as you saw just here too. So she's going to give us a crap load of wave control to hopefully buy us enough time to just get through these waves because we don't have a lot of damage to get the job done right now. Dude, this is the longest clear ever, dude. 2 minutes and they're still just hitting the first wave. The Royal Guard's died twice. He gets one-shotted by these particular enemies, and so he's been revived a couple of times. Bloody hell, man, is this a long wave clear. Okay, finally. We're on to wave 2. Oh my god. That really took some time. Okay. So I've mentioned this a couple of times before, but the key to building a good finite team is having 2 or 3 just powerful 10-meter controllers on your team that can take care of the boss, right? A whole bunch of multi-hitters on the team so you can actually bust down the boss's shield. That's obviously very important too. But then you need 1 or 2 champs on the team. In this case, it's the Scylla the Drakes and the Vizix, who are just there to babysit your 10-meter controllers and keep them secret, keep them safe, keep them alive, okay, until they actually get to the boss, right? It's the waves that are the real boss in Fire Knights, in my view at least. Okay, second wave almost down. I tell you what, man, the background battle feature can't come quickly enough for this account, in terms of Fire Knight at least. And okay, we're up against the boss, man. Let's go ahead and slow this down just a little bit, make sure that things are playing out right. So there's the 10 shield stacks, there's the increased speed, double hitter from Vizix comes out as planned. Then we get the double hitter from Scylla the Drakes, quadruple hitter from... Why did Ruella go before the Royal Guard? That wasn't supposed to happen. He's literally faster than the Ruella. Does she have a mastery or something that give her an increased speed boost from like killing an enemy in a previous round or something? Either way, let's see if this just plays out in our favor anyway. I guess I'll go ahead and let the clip play out at full speed. We did still get the decreased speed up from the Royal Guard's A3 anyway, which is quite lucky because he has weak affinity into stage 20 Fire Knight, with it being Force. So, I mean, it looks like we're still going to get it done just because the decreased speed landed from the Royal Guard anyway, but we can make that a bit more reliable by making sure that the Ruella is the one to actually break the shield with her decreased speed, because she's Spirit Affinity, right? So she's actually strong affinity against Force Fire Knight, so yeah, she's gonna land the decreased speed a lot more reliably than Royal Guard, you know, put it that way. But it looks like it's actually working out for us right now, at least. Dude, we got this on lockdown, man. This isn't even a contest. We are eviscerating boss 10 meter right now. No problem at all. And look at that, even the Royal Guard chunking in with some big damage as well. Okay, it's a long as hell clear, but I haven't manualed this at all. You know, it's just how long it's going to take for it to play out. Yeah, multi-battles and super raids are going to be our friends in this dungeon, that's for sure. All right, and there you have it, man. Account first, stage 20 clear on good old Fire Knight's castle. Okay, lovely stuff. You know what, it was still faster than the stage 19 clear as well. Somehow. Okay, man. Cool. Now quickly on to Demon Lord Clan Boss, because I do want to touch on that. So right now it looks like we're dealing about 16 million damage-ish to Brutal Difficulty Clan Boss, and we are not hitting into Nightmare at all. And this is the team that we are running. Okay, Speed Aura coming in from the Morrigan. I mean, it's fine. It's okay. Again, she's not booked, of course, and she's quite low down the list in terms of legendaries that we want to be booking. On this account, the Ninja and the Rathalos, great. Geomancer, lovely. The Adeline, is our best healer option? You know what I'm saying? Probably not. She does bring decreased attack as well, but it's only 75% land rate until she's booked, and yeah, she's probably below Morrigan on the book priority list, given that we have the likes of like epic champions like Hitatsu that we could fully book out instead. In fact, this is the team that I've got built out that I recommend that we use in the here and now in Demon Lord. Honestly, we could switch out the Tagore for Haikatoon instead if you want to book out the Haikatoon first, but yeah, using the Hitatsu in place of Adeline here, he's going to be much easier to build out. His decreased attack debuff is an 80% land rate, and that goes up to 85% once you've got his proper accuracy masteries and his support masteries built out as well. 310 cooldown, pretty good. He also brings a leech on his A1, which is pretty good. It's just some extra healing across the entire team, and most importantly, he also brings increased defense and continuous heal buff as well on his A3. So Hitatsu is just lovely. Also, if he happens to get stunned, he just cleanses it off himself once every few turns. So if the clan boss chooses to stun him, you're good as well. I think that Hitatsu plus the extra little bit of healing that the Tagore provides on his A2 when he buffs up with increased speed should be more than enough to sustain the team into Demon Lord Clan Boss. And yeah, the Hitatsu's decreased attack and increased defense buffs and debuffs, of course, into Clan Boss are going to be great, going to allow us to survive for a lot longer, and this team should easily, with a 60 Hitatsu fully booked, should easily be able to be one-keying Brutal, particularly once the Ninja's fully booked as well. yeah, should be no problem. And needless to say as well, the Hitatsu all up and over here is going to be a key part of as well. In terms of Ice Golem progression too, where you just want to take that dungeon nice and slow. You can even run the Hitatsu as the aura the aura leader in this team as well. By the way, just for the defense aura, it might be better than the health aura in this case. In fact, I'm pretty sure that it would be. But yeah, we'll be using an Ice Golem as well, and so I would recommend that we level the Hitatsu pretty damn soon on this account. He's just a great progression epic. I know some people don't believe in him, but I still use him on my main account to this day, you know, in Ice Golem. Alright man, hell of a ride, but I'm gonna have to leave this takeover here. Hey man, hope you all did enjoy watching, and if you're looking to create a new raid account in 2025, this month right now, the month of March when you are watching this video, is the best time to do it. Get this promo link and the Supreme Gallic promo code used while they are hot, while they are available. You can click on the beginner promo link right now down below at the top of the video description box. Use that link to create your new account to get Elnaril as well as 3 additional epic champions as you level up your account, and then input the beginner promo code Supreme6 on your new account to get Ultimate Gallic as well.